Second steal for Jones. Here's Shrimp. And the tip by Kemp.
Sean must have done something at halftime, and we have a technical foul against Detlef Shrimp. But Sean Kemp much stronger here in this third quarter with his legs, as Shrimp arguing that it was Shaquille O'Neal or somebody else who said something.
And you can watch the byplay between O'Neal and Shrimp. Not pretty. The officials better get between the two.
Yeah, you got to be very careful right now with the possibility of taunting technicals. Detlef Shrimp driving into traffic, and a crowd here was a little off balance when he let that shot go. Probably felt he was hit on it, turned to the official, and not so much what he said, but the wave of the hand. That'll get you every time, especially with a referee like Eddie Rush.
First half, here's Ori. Shaquille O'Neal getting involved aggressively, and he was fouled by Detlef Shrimp. First on Shrimp. And team foul number 4.
Shaq's starting to assert, and not really starting. He's been doing it to be very physical at every opportunity. That was a little bit of the emotion I was talking about early in the game. That's how he can lead this ball club, by playing in a physical fashion and with emotion.
He was tripped up. The Knicks with an 8-2 advantage. Around Grant and then clobbered by O'Neal. Shaquille over to commit the foul. You have to wonder how many minutes Shaquille will get here this afternoon, well, with Patrick Ewing sitting it out.
If I had to guess, I'd say about at least the first 8 of the first quarter, and then Brian Hill will read from there. Nice move by Charles Smith with the left hand getting into the lane. I don't think he anticipated hitting that wall, Shaquille O'Neal, who hammered him hard.
Shaquille O'Neal is on his way to his first NBA scoring championship. You know, David Robinson can still do it. You remember what he did last year.
Very important, and it always is for young players who have that capability to score. It is something to be proud of, and of course Shaq knows that there's other things a lot more important.
All the way for O'Neal. Good play as words between Shaquille O'Neal and John Starks, and Charles Oakley got involved.
Charles Oakley coming in and in a quite subdued way, trying to just shove Shaquille O'Neal out of there because he felt that maybe Shaq was a little bit extra in his hitting of John Starks. But Shaquille O'Neal, the one thing he does not like is for anybody to put their hands on him in that kind of situation. The attempted lob, he and Starks going for the ball, and Shaq just initially trying to wrestle it away, and then the little extra takedown.
That was more of a case of Shaquille being over-aggressive with John Starks, and then Oakley came over to the peacemaker, being played by Charles Oakley. Anderson went to the crossover. Hardaway. Shaquille O'Neal with a very aggressive follow, and he will head back to the line.
The Magic actually moved the ball very well in that first half. Out of their 17 field goals, they had 15 assists. I'm a little bit confused on this one. I don't think that was a pass by Anthony Hardaway. I think that was a wild shot. And
in the third quarter, as Dennis Scott did for Orlando in the second. Starks now has 20 points. He's 5 for 5 from the field here in the third. Shaquille O'Neal. Look out. Mason and O'Neal in a collision. It's a traveling violation.
Shaq being bumped and pushed out by Anthony Mason, and before the help could come, Shaq got inside of the lane but had to do a little hop and a step to avoid that double down by John Starks, who got almost wasted in the wake of Shaquille O'Neal, but Shaq clearly hopped and walked.
To be successful in the intensely competitive NBA, you must be mentally focused for each game. When the Magic plays at home in the arena, Shaquille O'Neal has the vehicle to put him in the right frame of mind. This is his favorite, the Shaq Fu. Customized seats to fit his 7'1", 330-pound frame, a Superman emblem in the front, Shaq Fu license plates, Dunk It On You license plate in the back, and a sound system to match Shaq when it comes to size, power, and strength.
A ticket to ride, that's your ride back to the hotel.
Yeah, right. Huh? I would be honored.
Shaquille O'Neal, he just turned 24 years old March 6th. Dennis Scott, his buddy, gave him a Superman cake. He needed a car that big to take the cake. Here is Superman.
Now that was a beautiful play, Bob.
The reason being,
with a 23-point lead. Shaquille missing and battling Eddie Jones for the rebound. Ooh, what a mismatch.
right now in this game, I've never seen this year Shaq miss so many of those jump hooks on the right side of the lane. He usually banks them in or banks that shot in right there. He struggled all night tonight.
Maybe you don't want to take up his offer for the ride back to the hotel in the Shaq Fu van. But it might not be a nice ride.
See, I like this call. That was unnecessary at the other end. Yeah, knocking Eddie Jones down to the floor.
Well, he only outweighs him by 100. Eddie Jones weighs in at a hefty 190.
Into the right box, and he really feels comfortable with this little turnaround jumper, using it off the glass. Nice little drop step.
The Bulls 81, the Magic 86, 43 remaining in the fourth. What is the Orlando Magic headed to the bench on that timeout just a moment ago? Some tense moments between Shaquille O'Neal and the official, Jess Kersey.
Well, Shaq and Jess just exchanging some holiday greetings and wishing the best for everybody. But if you'll remember earlier in the season, Shaq was fined $5,000 by the league for complaining about the officiating. Of course, they're all aware of that, but referees do not like it when they are shown up. And when Shaq was walking off the floor and put the arms out and raised them up, Jess Kersey took exception to it. You know, Lucille Harrison, Shaquille's mother, who's just a terrific lady, told Shaq early in the season, I think you're going to be better off, son, if you just stop complaining to the officials and just go out there and play basketball. And Shaquille agreed with her at that time, and he has tried to do a better job of that.
Anderson for three. Rebounded by O'Neal, is taken down by Oakley.
The strength of Charles Oakley. He just reached out and pulled Shaq down. Shaq weighs well over 300 pounds. To go out there and just pull that ball with Shaq, tremendous.
Charles just quietly walks away from it. Shaquille, on the other hand, taking a rest. 12 for 12s, though, in his career. Was that under your tutelage as head coach here?
I think a little bit after me, Mark, but he had an 8 for 11 the other night against Toronto. Tom Sterner, the assistant coach for the Magic, has the job of working with Shaq on his free throws, telling me before the game that
Ahmad Rashad here at the Arena here in Orlando. Now, on Tuesday night, the Orlando Magic had their annual stay-in-school jam. Now, for those of you that have seen Shaq work on the floor, the people here got a chance to see Shaq work out on the dance floor as he was working it here at the Arena doing, that's what they call, Mark, the Tootsie Roll. I worked with Shaq a little bit on this, and he almost has it down. We got to do a little bit more work on it, and maybe we can get it together, but the man can move. Marv?
And Matt, as you know, Ahmad also kind of a hip-hop type guy. You know, he really relates to this stuff.
Shaq loves it. When he first came to the team a couple of years ago, he used to we'd be at a shoot-around, and all of a sudden, he'd start breakdancing. Just go to the floor, start spinning around out of nowhere.
In a movie. He has cut a rap album, and he has taken the NBA by storm. But it's not only the NBA that has caught on to the Shaquille O'Neal phenomena. It is also the sport of harness racing that has got into the Shaq craze. You're looking there at 2-year-old Shaquille O'Neal. He wears number 32 in your program, and he races in Ontario, Canada. Here's the call.
Sprint them all, flag to flag for Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, in 7 races so far this year, he has won $13,000, and quite coincidentally, that is the same amount of pocket change that Shaquille had in his pocket tonight before the game.
As I said, Matt, he is certainly the dean of sideline reporting.
He meant in Shaquille's left pocket.
Yes.
He doesn't know about the other 3.
Second quarter under.
Rimology by Shaquille O'Neal. The engineers worked the numbers. They figured and refigured. They said it was indestructible. They said it was Shaq-proof. Maybe they should check their math.